All right, let's try this again, see if this thing will work. Again, welcome to the show. It is Saturday night. We got the Olympics going on, all kinds of stuff. But I had to restart the stream. A lot of people said this thing was lagging pretty hard. No one's really using the internet at home. So let's see how it's going tonight. See if this is going better. And we're going to talk about some tackle tonight. I know Debo's was going over some stuff from ICast. We might do that tonight as well. But I got a bunch of stuff in the mail. I got a new rod, new reel. Really excited to show you guys. I got from Kistler Rods. So long story short, at least a decade ago, probably in the mid 2000s, 2006 to 2010 or so, I was actually on the pro staff for Kistler Rods, and this was back when Billy Kistler owned the company. Now Trey owns it. Billy went and did his own thing, and so I've got a lot of experience with their older rods, and I was always very satisfied with their stuff. I never had any issues. The quality was really good. They were super light, and man, they made one of the best jig stroking rods I'd ever put in my hands. And long story short, I kind of got away from them really for no reason. I actually got out of fishing for a couple years, and so when I got out of fishing, I didn't really get any more stuff, and basically, resigned off pro staff. Back then, it actually meant something to be on a pro staff. It wasn't like you got 10% off and stuff like that. I actually had a really good deal with those guys, and sold a bunch of rods for them. So they kind of reached out to me last week and said, "Hey man, we like your stuff. We'd like to send you a new rod and see how you like it and everything." So I'm going to show you guys that. But first thing we got to do, well, we'll do it later. We got a draw for last week's Super Six Sack winner. So excited to do that, and then we're going to go through this month's Super Six Sack, and I got a bunch of tackle in. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button on the stream and share it and do whatever. It's Saturday night. Hopefully you're not doing anything too crazy. And if you're watching this back, it's your first time watching, or maybe you're live and you've never been on a Baitman stream before and you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're about 150 away from hitting 17,000. It's been a really slow grind to get 17,000. I see a lot of channels blowing up, getting lots of new subscribers. This one's just kind of staying steady, and that's okay. I'd love to hit the 20K mark at the end of the year. I guess I'm just going to have to start uploading more content. I had some people ask me about the 6 cent stuff that is shot in Texas, and since it's been so late, I guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold off that footage till it gets colder and it gets to the time of year where it's hard to get content, because number one, seeing a bunch of A-rig stuff shot in the winter right now, really not going to be too popular. But later on in the year, when nothing's going on and when that bite's starting to happen, it'll make for a lot better content. So that's just kind of my plan on it. You might see some small clips on Instagram and some other stuff. It'll go on there. So I'm going to hold off on that, but I got some other stuff I need to get done. And I'm going to try to do a little pond hopping or whatnot, but that's what's going on with me. So let's get into the baits, because that's why you guys are all here. And again, if you missed it earlier, this is the new Jank shirt. It's actually been out a while, but I got my own. It's really comfortable. This is, I believe, the Comfort Tee. It's really nice. It's cut good. It fits me really well, and this is the original design I ever did, and then Catchco kind of ripped me off. I think there says Bass. Anyway, you can't make nothing good, and those jokers, they just take into their own hands. So, guys, let me know if the stream's lagging or anything. If it is, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Freaking Spectrum's about the worst. So, anyway. Let's see here. Well, and by the way, guys, thanks again for joining in tonight. I appreciate it. Said Thomas, the only thing I'm confused about with ICast is on TW they have everything on their website to look at and pre-order, but like a third of it just disappeared off the site, maybe not posted. Yeah, so some of the stuff has disappeared, and that's because You know, a lot of these companies don't have an ETA on when stuff's going to arrive, and some of them don't even want to take pre-orders because it just can be a confusing process. They've had some baits and stuff too. I've noticed that the pictures and colors didn't match up. So, yeah, you can get a Jane's hoodie on there too, Gary. That's the cool thing. So, stream legit now. That's what I like. Yeah, Debo, man, he's been doing it big too. So I didn't get to watch any again. I was watching the World Outlaws at Williams Grove and I fell asleep. I got up at like 5 this morning and I thought I was going to be able to pull an all-nighter. I didn't. So yeah, TW new Butch Brown Depths 250 combo. That's going to be pretty sweet. So, but anyway, let's talk about what I've got in the mail before I jump on a bunch of TW stuff that you probably can't order right now, because most of ICast stuff, it's going to be September or later. I noticed a bunch of the Strike King stuff, it's going to be like Christmas time before it's available. So, but anyway, first thing is first. Let's see here. Alright, so, you know, I'm a swim bait guy, and Chris, you can get the shirts in all kinds of different colors. When you go to the link for my Teespring site, you can get like this color in white, black, gray. You can get like a powder blue, an orange. There's several different colors you can choose from. It's shipped to print. It takes about a week and a half to get there, but I don't have to sit on a bunch of t-shirt inventory and pray it sells. You know, if I ever get to where I look on there and I'm selling 10, 20 shirts a week, then I'm probably going to get somebody independent to bring it into me. So, all right, $10 make you holler from Vince. Vince, I appreciate the $10 donation tonight, man. I owe you a little care package from a while back. I'll ship it out when I get the 6 cents hooks out, which I meant to do this morning. And I fought a weed eater for 2 days. And that son of a bitch, I tell you, I've got a rash on my finger, and it hurts so bad. This is from trying to pull start a weed eater, and so I've decided to get on the electric battery powered weed eater train, and I got so mad I was about to throw that freaking weed eater across the yard. So I guess I've learned my lessons. Either get a still or go battery powered. So yeah, dude, this is an old school 6 cents hat. You know, I really like it. They discontinued it, which is pretty crazy, but somehow I've kept this one really clean, and I've wore it quite a bit. I tell you what really pisses me off is my kids ruin my hats all the time. Like, I'll leave them on the kitchen table or the counter, and Baitman Jr., he'll wear it, no big deal. And next thing you know, they're in the floor, they're being sat on. Like, I have a couple that are like absolute favorites, but they are just like destroyed. So, what's up, Matt Bradley? Long time no see, buddy. But you know what it is. You know what it is. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate, man. It is going well, bud. It is for the moment until football season starts. It's right around the corner, so expect some really pissed off, depressed streams when Tennessee football starts. So, somebody made a question, and I meant to answer it. Baitman, I was frogging all day in lily pads in Texas. Please put in a good word of powers above 6 cents. That's not a popping frog. I had to switch to Spro. Yeah, so I really like the 6 cents frog. The Vega frog is awesome. It is not a great lily pad frog. You know, it's going to hang. It's a little snaggy in that hard cover. We'll see in the future. It's a pretty good all-around frog. It's not a great pad frog. If I'm fishing pads, I'm going to fish something that's got, you know, a nose like a Spro. Probably actually going to throw a Spro frog first. And I like the Reaction Innovation Swamp Donkey. That's a good one. So anytime you fish pads, you know, a popping frog just seem to catch a lot of stuff. And mats, I stay away from popping style frogs on mats or lily pads. So the Bobby's Perfect Frog and Scum Frog are two of the best, you know. Yeah, dude, Jackal Blings. I'm really excited that Jackal Blings coming back. We'll go take a look at all the new stuff from ICast that you didn't see, because Tackle Warehouse has a lot of stuff that people didn't cover at ICast. The best video I watched was actually the video from Ben Kohler at Hook Up Tackle. Left out a bunch of stuff, but I liked some of the stuff he did. I kind of agree with Ben as far as ICast stuff. I think Jackal did a really good job because the bounty fish is a very original design. Yes, you could tell there's inspiration from a fluke, but they did their own thing, and nobody else did it. And I've seen some videos on that bounty fish, and it looks like a killer topwater bait. Killer topwater bait. Let's see. To be completely honest, biggest fish of the day came on a 6-cent frog in front of frog. Well, that's cool. Yeah, so Spro had some unique stuff, I guess. It was kind of ticklish. Dude, Jack, being a Husker fan, you and Ben, y'all know exactly what I go through. So, let me get this rancid stuff out of my mouth real quick before we invoke on this stream. What's up, Hella Bass? Glad to see you in here. I know it's past your bedtime. Oop, the Omnia boys drove down to Storm Lake in that Berkeley gear and get that website reloaded. Yeah. So anyways, let's get into some of the tackle. Let's go first. Let's check out this new rod and reel from Kistler. So this one right here. Man, I've got to get a bigger bait room or figure out a better way. So this is the new Kistler. This is the Helium, and I've played with it a little bit. See that, the Helium series. Of course, I got it backwards. We'll go this way. See if you guys can read that. If not, no big deal. This is the new Helium from Kistler. This one it's a pretty sweet combination. Let's see where it is. Let's see if we can read this. This is a 7-foot. Probably can't. I'm hitting stuff. This is a 7-foot, 4-power, medium heavy. It's rated from a 1/4 ounce, I believe. It's rated 1/4 ounce to 3/4 ounce, 14 to 17 pound line. So a lot of things you can do with this rod. First off, it doesn't have a really long handle compared to some of my other rods. This is a short handle, and when they talked to me, he said, "What kind of rod would you like?" I said, "I'd actually like something I can, fish shallow cover with, skip some boat docks, stuff like that. That's kind of all purpose. That can do a lot of different things with." So they sent me this rod. First impressions, this Helium rod is just like the Heliums I remember as far as how light it is. It's a really light rod. It's also really balanced. So if you look at it, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, or I can do, look at it on my thumb. I keep hitting stuff in the bait room, so I don't know if this is going to work. And I've got a reel on here. So I've got it in my thumb here, and it's pretty much, it's not going down the tip or anything. It's balanced out very, very nice. I like the guides. It's not a micro guide. It's just kind of that standard mini size, but it stays this size throughout the whole rod. I don't know if you guys can see this, so I don't have to worry about if I'm using braided line or not. It's very comfortable back here. I actually do like the reel seat. It's not a blank through where you feel the blank of the rod or anything like that. Some people really like the blank through. This one's not, but I do like that there's a little bit of EVA foam right here, and it's a split grip if you like that, but it's got cork, so it's really nice cork, and it fits my whole hand pretty well. Sometimes the split grips, there's no cork, it's just a piece of foam, and that's okay. And then the hook hanger right here, I like this hook hanger. The reason I like hook hangers on top instead of on the bottom is if you backlash and you're pulling line up and stuff like that, if they're on the bottom, a lot of times your line will get hung up down here. So I like that, and it's solid instead of like that little clip. It's just a solid piece, and then it's wrapped in here. So really nice craftsmanship on the rod. It's super light. And then they sent a Kistler Series 1 reel. So I'm a Daiwa guy through and through. I'll pretty much stick with Shimano or Daiwa, but they sent a reel, and I'm going to try it out. It seems fairly smooth. Doesn't seem too loud or overbearing. Seems pretty nice and smooth. It's got your brakes here on the side that you can adjust and whatnot. So I'm going to spool it up with some line. We'll find a little Texas rig or small jig. We'll go fishing with this thing. And I think the stream is lagging again, unfortunately. But I want to give a shout out to Kistler Rods and for sending that. Definitely going to fish with it and do a little video, and we'll have a real review over this thing. You know, you can check them out on their website, but that'll be a full another video. But you know, someone on Instagram messaged me and said, "Are you going to Kistler Rods?" Blah blah blah. I said, "No, actually, they reached out to me and want to try their stuff, and I'm open to trying different things. Even though I like the 6 cents rods, gotta deal with them, but I get a lot of questions from so many people. I'd like to be able to answer stuff honestly, instead of, you know, just guessing or saying I don't know. So just another rod I can try out and use, and I can tell you the first impressions are really like that rod. So now we just gotta catch fish on it. All right, let's see if we got any questions. Love to see some ALX, see what you think. I've used them in the past. My buddy Ben Parker had a signature rod with ALX. They make a really good rod. The craftsmanship's really good. I know the those Ben Parker signature rods back in the day were really nice. So, what's up? Hook sets are free. Yeah, dude. So I did use Cap and Ron's rod down there in Texas, and his were really nice. So I kind of knew going into it that the new Kistlers were nice rods, but it's always nice to start with your own and fresh. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Daiwa Alexa. I used to retail them, and honestly, I had a lot of issues with Alexas. A lot of guys had drag issues and whatnot. Me personally, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I'm going to go with the Tatula 300 or so. So that's just me. I am thirsty as heck. So anyway, let's see. I had Sean Z. I want the Zolo Rumble from Chatterbaits. Yeah, the Zolo series is really good from what I know. So, all right, no lag. That's good. Could you ballpark the price of that combo? Yeah, the rod I think on Kistler Rod's website is $260, and the reel is like $140. So it's basically a $400 combo if you look at it, if my math's correct. I know the prices on the Kistler website are a lot cheaper than on Tackle Warehouse. They may be running a promo. So I definitely am interested in the reel. Again, I'm a Tatula guy. I love the SVs, the 100s. Those are my favorites. And I really want to get that new Tatula, the limited. That's going to be really nice. So, but anyway, let's talk about some baits. I got some baits in. First one's a swim bait. And my buddy Ryan Coleman at Spot Sticker Baits, he posted a bunch of stuff for sale because he's moving. He sold his house in Georgia. He's moving to Florida. But Spot Sticker will resume operation as soon as the move's complete. And he said, man, I got a bunch of tackle I got to get rid of. And he threw this stuff, he threw some swim baits up there. And there's one I did not have. And this is kind of a classic swim bait. For the guys that know, they'll know. I thought this would be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to have to order a bigger one. I'll link these on Tackle Warehouse. But this is a 22nd century triple trout. And this was kind of the pre-bull shad jointed baits. If you've ever seen the video Southern Trout Eaters, this was a really popular bait. And man, the color on this one is it's very similar to like the Strike King green gizzard that's really popular here on the Tennessee River. Well, this is only a 6-inch bait, so if I had a regular bull shad I could show you. So it's not a huge swim bait. You can throw it on, you know, whatever big cranking rod. You throw like a 6XD on, because it's treble hook baits. It worked really good, but you can tell it's not a super fancy design. It's not like a Piz hype or anything like that, but Triple trouts have been around forever. Very proven bait, swim bait. It's got this rubber tail here, and Ryan was nice enough to send me some extra tails for it. But I really like this style bait. It's not too big. These are handmade. They're a resin bait. They used to make wood baits, but I believe this one here is resin. But you can see the joints in it, so you're gonna have a nice swim. It makes some noise. See if you can hear that. So it's got a clank to it. So really excited about that. Add that one to the swim bait arsenal. What's cool about this bait is this 6-inch size. That's pretty universal. You can use that at a lot of different places. It's not overpowering. It's the size of an adult, gizzard shad, even though they call it a trout. But triple trout makes an awesome bait. A lot of guys really like burning these, so I'm really excited for that. Man, I like that green gizzard-like color. Really, really nice. The back actually has some flake in it and kind of goes to a purple. So that color is on Tackle Warehouse, by the way. And the hook hangers on the triple trout, they swivel. That helps about ledges. So I do need a bait tank. It would be really awesome. So I'll hang this guy up here somewhere on the swim bait wall. So we got a triple trout. Got some triple trout tails. The little triple trouts with smash smallies with some serious wind. Yeah, man. That's one reason I like that smaller size, that 6-inch. I think that'd be a really good bait this fall for the smallmouth here on Kentucky Lake, especially with the clear water. Also, Matt Luna fishing in here. Thanks, Matt, for joining. So make sure you guys smash the like button and whatnot. It's kind of crazy, man. My stream numbers are way down, and I've started to stream more than I have been. So I don't know. I think YouTube's kind of like shadow banned me. I get so many people message me and like, man, I didn't get a notification. You were live. I got my notifications turned on. And unless you have your notifications set to all, like show all, for some reason it doesn't send a notification of a stream out. So I'm sorry about that. But dude, I would love to have that Rago collab. I got a few people that got it. Looks pretty cool. I'm a sucker for swimming. What's up, Sean Myers? So anyway, what else have we got in the mail? No YouTube, you're not, cause you're not late. I'm late. I just started streaming like 20 minutes ago. Dude, so I'd like to order an 8-inch triple trout, so I have a big version as well. But speaking of swim baits, if you get on Tackle Warehouse, and we'll get on it here in a little bit, you can see all the colors in on all 3 of the new 6-cent swim baits, and I'll go in there and we'll talk about them here in just a minute. But keep watching the 6 Cents website, because those baits will be available from 6 Cents before you can get them from Tackle Warehouse. And it's a couple of them. It ain't going to be long at all. So, all right, let's see here. What else have I got? So here's a bait that kind of debuted at ICast, and I just happened to get a couple earlier. Dirk, yes, I did see the new Berkeley Jigs. Just to be honest with you, for the most part, a jig is a jig. I'm really not impressed with the Berkeley Jigs, which is a jig with skirted scent. I mean, you can spray scent on your jig skirt, and you got a Berkeley jig. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I didn't really was very impressed with the colors or not. They look pretty plain. I'll get into Berkeley here in a bit, because man, I even noticed on the Berkeley Stunna, they basically ripped off Megabass colors too. So I'm kind of agree with Ben from the Hookup Tackle. ICast is cool. There's some really good people in the industry. I wish I would have gone, but man, this was like the year of the knockoff. Like most of what I saw from videos and everything, some of these companies know better, and it was just knockoff after knockoff after knockoff. I mean, everyone's got a fire crawl bladed jig. Okay, that's getting old. That's been done. And to be honest with you, fire crawl is a cool color. I've caught some fish, but I catch just as many on green pumpkin red. I really think it's just being around the fish. Really dirty water, yeah. The red's nice, but so is chartreuse. Everybody's got a dark sleeper now. I think 4 different companies, Savage Gear, Berkeley, Catch Co. Everybody's got a dark sleeper KO. And, you know, dark sleeper is an awesome bait. But is the market really big enough to have 4 companies knocking off that one bait? And the sad part is, people are going to put in retail, you're going to have a dark sleeper, and then you're going to have a Savage Gear, and then you're going to have a Berkeley. And guess what? The one that's priced the cheapest is which the people are going to buy. So, but I looked at, you know, the Stunner, which is a cool looking jerk bait. And then I looked at the colors. We'll see. I'll show you guys here in a minute. They're all like copies of Megabass. And then there's another company, Tightlines UV. How do you get a new bait? How do you get a bait into a category? It's a new bait, and it's a S-Crank KO blank and a Vision 110 KO blank. I mean, that's the stuff that people peddle on Facebook. That's not stuff that you should be putting out at ICast. But anyway, we'll talk about a company that didn't knock anybody off. And I got a couple of these baits. This is the new Evergreen SB777. Really excited about these guys. I think Tackle Warehouse should be getting these really soon. I'll put a link in the description. But I got a shout out to Matthew McKee at McKee Outdoors there in Maryville, Tennessee. He's a great dude. And anytime I order something, he takes me up. And I like how he writes my name on the back when he's basically like, yeah, I know Baxter want these. But this, dude, I'm really excited about this right here. This is a small finesse size shower blow. Let's get this guy out. If you know me, you know I love the shower blow baits. I've caught a lot of fish. When the US version was first available, I took one out on Lake Berkeley in the fall and smashed some big smallmouth. And I was like, now I see why the hype is on this thing. And it's kind of been a staple here on the Tennessee River. But guys catch a lot of fish on these things in New York. Man, they put these little rubber bands around the feathered treble hook. And I don't like that because now I got to get the rubber band off, and I don't want to mess up the feathered treble. There we go. There we go. There's a little bone shower blow 76. Look how small this guy is. It is really small. 77 millimeters. Dude, if you want to slay some topwater pond bass, this thing right here would do it. You see you got the nice cupped spitting mouth here that the shower blow is known for. One thing I like about this bait, for as small it is, I know it's got 2 hooks, but the hooks seem to be spaced out at the perfectly right spot where I don't think you're going to miss a lot of fish. Listen to this. Oh yeah, got some nice sound to it. But, no, that was not me, Robert. I was sitting home. I promise you that. I couldn't get out of work for ICast. I will go next year. I'm going to try to save some time. I will go to ICast. But that's the bone. You know, I had to have me a little bone shower blow 77. The one cool thing about this is I believe you'll be able to cast it on bait caster gear, not any problem. You know, you want a medium light rod maybe. I personally prefer a medium on a topwater. But spinning rod, you could wing this. This would be nice on creek fish. I think smallies would just jump all over this guy right here. So got a bone one. And then I got this color, which is very similar to like that old, this is similar to like the old paycheck color, bone saw. They call it bleeding white. But I'm kind of like, it's a clear bone. Again, I'm going to have to take this little, they put that little plastic thing in there to hold the hooks. Yeah, so I like this one right here too. Got that little prism flash in it. Man, that's sweet. That right there. And that's that little 77. So where this is going to be really good, especially in the fall, they start feeding on those little bitty bait fish, little emerald shiners, baby thread fins that are real short and small. You know how hard it gets to mimic those. Man, this little bitty shower blow. I think I like this skeleton bone or bleeding shad. I think I might like this one better than bone. I love that flash. And what's cool about this, it's got the bone back, but on the bottom it's white and it's got that bone coloration too. So yeah, I like this guy right here a whole lot. Yeah, Sean, TVA lakes, definitely going to be deal in the fall. I think it's going to be really good on a lot of lakes, especially up north. Just a little bit smaller profile. Guys that like to get back in the creeks and stuff like that. Pond anglers. Here's you a great smaller size top water, JDM top water that definitely catches fish. And man, these hooks are super sharp. So technically this was released before ICast, and I know it's not a new bait, but I'm really excited about this. And they're kind of available. You can find them. I think they should be available on TW soon. So, and guys, I appreciate the guys that use the TW affiliate link in my bio. I get a little percentage of the sale there as a TW affiliate. It goes a long way to help the channel. So buying apparel and using that TW link, that's the best way to support the channel as always. So excited about that. I'll link that and triple trouts in the bio. I have to take notes. If I don't take notes, I'll always forget. So let me put that in my phone. What are the new Berkeley Maxent baits? They're supposed to come out with new styles. I think they got a bigger flatworm. They got a new Ned General, and we'll see what else they got in there. Thanks, guys, for compliments on the shirt. You can order that shirt on my Teespring site, which if you read the description on the video, there's a link to my Teespring store. And then it takes about a week and a half to get one. They're actually made in Kentucky, which is kind of crazy. And you can order. This is the Comfort Tee, and man, it is very comfortable. I like it a lot. And I think the design looks really good on this shirt. I got a black one too. So I decided, well, this makes no sense to have apparel, and I don't ever wear my apparel. So I'm going to try to wear it more, selfie t-shirts. And of course, I love the 6 cents apparel. It's just the deal. I would love to maybe get with Casey and see if we can't do a special 6 cent shirt. I don't even have to make anything off, like a Jaint Juice 6 cent shirt. You know what I mean? Like just a cool design. You get some Chartreuse Purple and just a special one-time only Jaint Juice shirt. And I'll let 6 cents make the money off of it. I really don't care. Give me $1 or give me some free baits. We'll do that, because I've had a lot of people ask for that, and they've been good to me, and they put the Jaint Juice color out there. They might as well make some dollar off that. So yeah, so Berkeley claims they're pouring baits 24/7 to meet demand on the Maxent stuff, and that's pretty crazy. Bob, I tell you what, I'll go look it up real quick on TW, and I'm gonna let you guys know, if you order from Tackle Warehouse, they're still trying to get caught up, and they told me the other day, make sure you remind the guys, if you need your stuff, make sure you put that $2 shipping on there, or 2 days shipping. If you put the 2 days shipping, you're going to get priority. Your bait will get out to you. Let's see. I'm on the shower blow. So July 31st, it looks like tentatively at the end of this month, they'll have the 77.7 shower blows. Man, they got a few exclusive colors in the 77. Dude, I didn't realize they had a pink shower blow. I like that. Neon Wakasaki, man, that's like a chrome purple. I think you guys will really, really like that one. Man, I'm gonna be straight honest with you guys. They are sold out of so much stuff. Really good one too. That bleeding white, that's a new color. You can get that in all 3 sizes: the 100, 125, and the 77. So we'll look at that here in a bit. You're right, Sean. So the 77.7, it's not available in all the colors, but it's got 2 exclusive colors. This shirt looks good. I want Ryan. You just got to put that link in my bio. I'd love to do shirt giveaways, but I'm always afraid, someone wins a shirt and they're XL and it's a 2X shirt, or worse, they're 2X and it's a large shirt. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I don't worry about the 2 days shipping. That's what I always do. The way I look at it, people say, well, it's went up. It's $10, $12. Well, if I go around in my local area and go to all the tackle shops, and one day I'll burn $15 in gas. So there's a trade-off. And man, I'll be honest, a lot of local places right now, they're having just as hard time as anybody getting stuff. So worst thing I want to do is go burn $15 of gas and not find what I want. And that happened the other day. You know, not the shop's fault. It's just the way it is right now. So, all right. Shower blows, triple trout. How about some Rapalas? Yes, I did get some Rapalas in. And I think you guys know what's about to happen. So, again, finding deals on Facebook. One of my favorite things is when I get a really good deal. And I basically paid like $12 for all of what I'm going to show you. My favorite right here. Discontinued DT. DT10 Chartreuse Purple. One bad thing about this, it's got the Sure Set hooks on it. Take them some bitches, throw them in the trash can, put you some Gamakatsu or Ono trebles on this, and you'll have a much better crankbait, I promise. The fish I have caught on the Sure Set hooks, I've caught a couple that swallowed the crankbait and it basically kills them. It will get them down and throw it, but I don't know why, but Rapala discontinued this color a few years ago. Y'all know me, I like it. Good dirty water, good springtime color. DT10, I got one of them. I've got two DT10s, man. Remember, I paid $12 for all this. Fishy 2, what do I think the best bait caster is? Man, that's a loaded question, because are you basing it off price? Are you basing it off the way it feels? Does it cast far? Is it smooth? Me, all around, the best to me for the money, if you're going to spend less than $200, I'm going to throw a Daiwa Tatula SV. That's my favorite bait caster. I love the shallow spool. I like how easy it is to adjust the brake settings. It's got decently good drag. It's lightweight. It's balanced good on a light rod. So, yeah, I like the Tatula SV. That's my favorite. You know, I'm not sponsored by Daiwa. They don't pay me to say that. Shimano Corrado K is really hard to beat. We've got a new Shimano out now, the MGL. But if you want to be the best budget reel, to me, it would be a Tatula CT or a Lose LFS. Those two reels in that $99, $129 range. I mean, I have an SLX. I really like it as well. I do believe that my Tatula CT casts a little farther. I like it's just a little bit bulkier. LCLX isn't bad, but you can tell it's a dumbed down Corrado. They've cheapened a lot of stuff on it. Not as bad, but I'm pretty much going to say sub $200, then Tatula CT is the deal. Dirk, I haven't seen that color yet. I need to look at, but I did see a video, and I guess I skipped over and didn't see the color on it. But there's another DT10 Chartreuse Purple, man. I cannot believe I got these for this price. Discontinued. Sometimes people just don't know what they got. And then here is a Chartreuse Purple DT16. So it's kind of weird that I think they knew the Sure Set hooks might have sucked, so they took them off the DT16 and replaced them. So I appreciate that. They went ahead and did that work for me. I love a DT16. I'm going to be straight honest with you guys like I am all the time. Actually, yeah. I've won more money on a DT16 than any other crankbait. Period. On Kentucky Lake Cash, more checks than my fishing partner throwing a DT16 than anything else. Now, saying that, I've probably caught more fish on a 6XD. It just seems that the 2 years, that DT16, you were getting a bigger bite a lot of the time on it. Maybe it's because it's balsa, maybe it's we're fishing them. I'm not sure, but they love it. Metanium's an amazing reel. It's also like $400. That's correct, Matthew. They're Butch Brown's colors. The bait's exclusive to Tackle Warehouse. I do like the Tatula 100s, man. I really do. I think they cast really, really well. So I've got a CT. I've got Tatula 100s. I've got SV. I'm really excited about the new Tatula Limited. I do have some Tatula Elite rods. I think they look really, really good on the look. That silver, just, man, that's a good looking color. I personally like the Bantam better than I like the Metanium. That's just me. It is a little bit heavier, but I like that heavy duty, you know, power fishing deal. I just feel like the Corrado K's so good and the Bantam's so good, I really have no use to spend even more for a Metanium. Now, I like the old Metaniums, like the 16 MGLs. Man, those are nice. Yeah, Cole and Jay knows. What's up, Cole? If y'all guys want to see a cool video, go watch Cole fish with the new Pikachu fishing lure over on his channel. I'll let Baitman Jr. watch it the other day, so I've got to order one. I don't think he realized how big it is. I think he thinks he can throw this little Pikachu lure on a spinning rod, but Cole's my good buddy, and I think he was the first to really do a YouTube video with the Pokemon stuff, so... Yeah, you like the new SV 103? You know, it's weird, Sean. Some guys really like the old ones. And I actually, this sounds weird. If I'm throwing a moving bait, I like the older SVs better. Like, if I'm using bottom contact stuff, I like the new ones. Don't ask why. I just feel like I really like the old SVs, like the 6-to-1s and stuff for smaller crankbaits and stuff like that. And the new ones, I feel like I like them better for bottom contact. It's really weird. I need to get a zillion. I got to step my game up. I need a high-end setup. So probably what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to order another high-end rod, whether that's a 6 cents rod or somebody else, some other company. A lot of guys are telling y'all, make a suggestion. What kind of rod should I get next and test out? But I want to put a high-end rod and reel together. If you are ever looking for Rapalis, here's a great discontinued color. This is in a DT20. Kind of came with the set. This is colors Crawdad. You know, Strike King come out with their baby carp. This Crawdad color, amazing in a Shad Wrap, but Rapala really discontinued it in the DT series, which blows my mind. Awesome springtime color, but if you're ever looking, you're on a tackle hunt, and you come across some old DTs, if they got this color, grab them. People pay a pretty good premium for DT6s, DT10s, and even DT20s in this Crawdad color. The dreamy deal is if you find a DT flat in that color right there, yeah, you got about a $40 bill. Thanks, Jonah. I appreciate the comment. So, yeah, if you guys are out looking, you're ever in your tackle shops or you go to flea markets, I try to help you guys out, score some awesome baits. Remember, these colors were discontinued from Rapala, so if you find them, you're guaranteed a $10 bill. You can always find someone to buy these for $10. You can even get more of these in a DT6 or 10. Yes, I love the Ardena rods. I got somebody local here that's a dealer, and I'm thinking about going with a 7.2 or 7.4 Parsney Ardena for like a nice high-end jig rod. So I don't know why, but for some reason I don't have a dedicated like jig bottom contact rod. I got some I've used that I've kind of can work in, but I want just a dedicated high-end jig rod. So I actually thought about getting the 6 cents unicorn rod to try out. I'll put to Mrs. Cole. Cole Harkin's got like every 6 cents rod made. So he's kind of my rod guru. If I need something, I ask him a question. Let's see. What's the name of those hooks? I have an old Rapala bait with those hooks and always want to know what the thought was. Those are called VMC Sure Set. I think the thought was if you have, and what he's talking about, I had to get one. This back end of this treble is really extended back here. So the thought was if a fish is short striking your crankbait, well, if he's short striking miss, he's going to get this right here. Well, that's a good thought, but sometimes they'll swallow the crankbait and this gets stuck back in their throat. And for some reason, I've caught fish and they're hooked on just this right here, and that's all they ever get, and you lose them. I would rather them like come up and get a smaller amount of hook, but they get more barbs. But this was kind of an epic fail. And also, if you crank brush piles like I do, and your crankbait is coming through the water, because water will push the hook up, believe it or not, and you hit a brush pile and it floats backwards, guess what? It's going to snag. Yeah, this thing right here snags. So, in theory, it sounded like a good idea. It just didn't work. Yes, I have heard from Eric. He's been fishing the Bojangles tour with Captain Scooter Tilley. They've been tearing it up. And I don't ever bother Eric during fishing season. He just freaking ate up with it. And they travel a lot fishing tournaments. So by the time I stream, he's usually tired. So I'll get Eric on here this fall. And I got his package ready to go out. I failed to go to the post office for like the millionth time. See if you can get your name on a favorite hex. I don't think favorite would want to put my name on there, Cole. Yeah, man, Eric, I don't see comment on mine. Eric's a good dude. He loves Instagram. What's up, Don G, my man? Let's see. What rod are you talking about there, Sean? Yeah, so I'm going to try to get me a high-end setup, and I just like to test stuff. Someone mentioned Phoenix, and I really like Phoenix rods. Matt Luna would probably know a little bit better. Their actions are West Coast actions. I feel like a heavy action rod out west from Phoenix and a couple other companies are a little bit softer. So if you're ever looking for a Phoenix and you normally throw a medium heavy, get a heavy. Just the way it is. And the rods are a little parabolic, but they are sensitive, and their swimbait rods are really legit. I like the Phoenix M1s. If you want to go a little higher end, the Phoenix Feather is an awesome rod, and the Recon rods are very parabolic, good moving bait rods. I have thrown a Phoenix X, I believe it was X15 deep crank rod. It is super, super nice. It's kind of got that high-end composite feel to it. Oh, that's crazy. Matt says he doesn't like Phoenix. You know what? There's a lot of, this weird, the West Coast guys all seem to like, I'm not saying they all love them, but they know about them. The East Coast guys are like, yeah, I don't like Phoenix because of those rod actions. ICast show, knockoff 2021. All right. Baitman, any thoughts on some of the new colors in the OG Tiny? I'm cool about the copper green shad. I like the one that's kind of like the Mark Menendez Strike King color, Pineapple Smash. And the other ones are just kind of plain, but copper green shad, yeah, I like it. I'm really excited about that, by the way. Deep Crank DT26XD. Dobbins 805 is going to be great for that. If you want to go 10XD or 8XD higher, you're going to go Dobbins 806. I like the 6-inch Cloud Cranker. I don't have one, but I've used one, and I got a buddy that's a guide, Brandon Hunter, and he's a better crankbait fisherman than me, absolutely. And he's like, dude, that rod is as legit as it comes for cranking the Cloud 20s, Cloud 25s. And he said, man, you can pretty much throw a Cloud 15 through 25, you can throw a 10XD, all that stuff on there. He said that big Cloud Cranker is a really, really good rod. I trust him, and I've actually had some of his clients talk to me. Because, man, word gets out, and they said, man, bought that rod, and it's really good. So there he is. There's the man, Justin Royal in the house. Justin Royal Fishing, my man. Justin's got 30,000 subs on YouTube, and he deserves every one of them, unless Kyle is one of his subs. If Kyle is subscribing to Justin's channel, he may be now, Justin. You made him so famous, he's probably subbed. But, yeah, Royal is always a good guy to ask questions to. He loves the Cloud Cranker. And now he says he throws a C20 and C25 on the 8-footer. So they do make a 6-inch makes an 8-foot crankbait rod. Brother, glad to have you in the screen, man. We got to talking to crankbaits, And he just had to put that cloud cranker in here. And man, I tell you what, I'm really proud of Roll. You know, it's really crazy. I remember 2 years ago we'd be doing these streams and Roll would be asking questions in the comments, and dude's blowed up. He's way bigger than the Baitman, and it just does nothing but make me happy. So it's a good thing. You know, people always ask, and I'm sure Justin gets these questions like, hey man, what do I got to do to be successful on YouTube? I'm going to do a channel and do this. I'm going to just tell you, be consistent. Don't do what Baitman does, okay? Do what people like Royal does, is hammer Instagram, hammer YouTube, put out that content, ignore 95% of people out there, and keep your circle really close, because unfortunately there's people out there that they want to ride with you so they can see you burn at the top. You know what I mean? They want to be your friends, and they want to do this and do that for them. They don't really care about you. So I keep my circle pretty tight. I pretty much keep it to Team 6 and a few other people. And of course, my buddy Dick, you know, Boyd's brother, we're pretty close. But man, you can do all the stuff. You can clickbait your titles, but if you don't want to put in the hard work and the grind, it doesn't matter. And me, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir here. I don't put in the grind that I should, but I grind 50 hours a week at my normal job, and I like to do this for fun. And yeah, I'd love to do it for a living, and it's all on me. So that's the thing. You can't blame YouTube. You can't blame Instagram. You can't blame any of this stuff. You can't blame your internet company when they got shitty internet. But it's all on you. If you want to grind, you can do it. And man, it ain't easy. It's, you know, my channel hasn't grown like a bunch of other channels, but that's on me. It's not YouTube. Sometimes I do think YouTube can hurt channels, but hey, streaming once a week, maybe twice, have almost 17,000 subscribers, very loyal guys to the channel. I've had so much fun on here. I really can't complain. You know what I mean? So that's right, Roll. We're just over here in your lane. You're grinding straight up to the top, man. We're going to go do some more fishing next year. I can't wait to go back to the land of giants there in Texas in the spring. Trust me, I'll have all the A-rigs. I'll bring all the A-rig heads as well. So I've been ordering A-rig heads from 6 cents like every order, just so when I go back to OHIV, I can be like, all right, guys, I've got like 200 heads here. Everybody divvy up. So that's crazy, but anyway, I appreciate everybody in here, and I always appreciate my man Justin Roll. We like to cut it up in the IG and text messages. He's a good dude. I'm not gonna lie, man. That black and blue Skeeter, that's hot. Now, personally, Roll, I'd have to go with that special limited edition black and orange, just so I can be even more heartbroken than I spent all that money and the Vols disappoint me. But I think, dude, I love that black and blue look. Any bass boat, whether it's a Skeeter, a Ranger, a Triton, that just classic black and blue, like the jig, that just a good looking bass boat color, man. And this, dude, y'all, I got to see Royal's old boat, the little Beetlejuice. That dude was clean as a whistle. I know that dude takes care of his equipment too, so that's very possible, Dick. Very possible. So let's see what else I got in new. I thought I had some more stuff. Maybe I didn't. Oh yeah. We got to talk about the 6 real quick. This is the new 6 cent Super 6-sack for this month. I'm fixing to draw for the winner for the 01. But this is this month's. I've got to show you guys what you're going to get in it. If you ever want to buy this sack, I'm not begging you, not going to beg you, but I think it's a hell of a deal for $29.99. You get it for $29.99 when you use my code Baitman Super 6 on the website. You'll save $10 off your first sack. This month, dude, they hit it pretty good on all cylinders. Crush 50X. Yes, Sign me up. You know you're going to catch them. This is the classic 4K shad. You might as well start buying baits now in July for August. 4K shad in the 50X. So the 50X is silent. No, it's got a little knocker in it. You hear that little knocker in the 50X? And then the 50S is silent. That right there, one of the classic colors from 6 cents. So you're going to get that. We'll get that one. So that's like $8 or whatever. When will the 6-sack collar with crown roll? If you could get crown roll in the 6-sack. So after we get done with the 6-sack, we're going to get on Tackle Warehouse. So, but check this, guys. This month in the Super 6-sack, you get the Axis. Everybody's been asking, where's the Axis? Where's the Axis? I want to get it. You get the 6-sack, the Super 6 Premium sack, you're going to get the Axis. And let's see if this is a new one. So they have a bunch of surplus Axis that they're saving only for Super 6-sack subscribers. That's a $16 bait. Okay, the bag is $29 with my discount. That's $16. That crushes 8, so that's $24 at retail in 2 baits, and one that you can't find anywhere right now. So here's what else we got. I was really excited for this. This is my favorite color 6 cents jig. This is Candy Bluegill. This is the one I talk about all the time. I've had more luck with this color. Check out Candy Bluegill. That's just straight up. That's euphoric right there. That's the one. Candy Bluegill. Me and Ben Milliken uses this color a lot too, but it's a very natural color. You've got that Magic Craw blue and that perp and then that watermelon red up in there. Yes. Yes, sir. On that Divine Hybrid Jig, ½ ounce. I got a box full of these. I use it. So you're basically getting one of Baitman's favorite colors up in this Super 6-sack. One that's proven it wins. It's going to catch a lot of fins. It's going to win. Yeah. See what they got to go with it here. Because, you know, they're good about it. If they send you a jig, they're going to send you some trailers. Yeah. Yes, sir. Right here. Watermelon, Candy, Stroker Craw. Dude, this is probably in my top 3 plastics from 6 cents. The Stroker Craw is so versatile in this. So now that we've got a pack of Stroker Craws, that's $4. So you're looking at $28, $29. A jig, that's $4. So there's $32 right there just in those things. Dude, Candy Bluegill is the juice. Baitman, what brand of boat would you like to buy if you were to buy one for us anglers? If you gave me $100,000, say buy what you want to, money's not an option. I'll be honest, I would probably get a FXR Skeeter. I really like Skeeters. Just saying, I've been in a lot of boats the last 2 years, and I really like the layout of FXR. I love Yamaha, the new show. Man, it would be hard for me to pass it down. I love the old Tritons, man. I love that 21 Pro XS, or 21 XS Elite. The man, it's TR21 XS Elite. That was my favorite Triton boat. Love the hull. But I'm going to say Skeeter and maybe a Vexus. But the only thing I got against the Vexus, they're slow. You're not going to beat anybody to your fishing hole. You can make a Skeeter run. So to me, I would probably say Skeeter or Ballistic. Dude, I love the Ballistic. Lee Livesey's boat is freaking sex. It is amazing. But you're talking about $100,000. But if money isn't an option, I'm probably going Skeeter 1A and Ballistic 1B. That's me. But I feel for the money, like a Skeeter ZX 225 is an amazing boat. And, you know, Camus are nice boats too, but and so I would say Phoenix would be number 2. I like a 721 Pro Phoenix. That's my favorite one they make. It's not as expensive as, you know, the PHX and stuff. It's a little bit narrower, and I like that because I'm not a super big guy, so I don't mind having just a little bit narrower front end. But that 721, man, it rips and it cuts. It's a sweet boat. Now, if we're talking, if you had 30 grand and you could buy a used boat, I'm probably going to find a older Champion 210. Those older Champions are badass. But all right, we're almost done with this sack, but man, this is a bait I talked about. A lot of guys don't sleep on this. This is the 250 Crush MD. This is one of the better chartreuse and blue colors I've seen. This is called Chartreuse Gill. And I'm going to have to move to Texas, I guess, to catch crankbait fish, because they don't do it here on Kentucky Lake no more. But, dude, check out Chartreuse Gill. Got that. It's almost like it's that powder blue, but it's a reflective powder blue and like a faded chartreuse. It's almost like a blue version of Jank Juice. You feel me? But that's the 250 MD. Look at that. Look how narrow this bill is. So you're going to get some really nice tight action on this thing right here. It's going to dive in that 10 to 12 foot range. Yeah, really like this one right here. I know Royal loves the 250 MD. This is a sleeper bait, man. If you want to go behind some people with the crankbait, not super loud either. It's not silent. It's got a knocker, but it's not super loud. But love that 250 MD, man. And again, you don't have to have a super big crankbait setup to throw this. You could throw this on the 7 foot medium moderate action crankbait rod. You're going to be fine with it. Love that Crush 250. Let's see. Yeah, 7 to 11 feet. Cover a lot of different places with that thing right there. All right, I love bass boat talk. We're going ham on bass boat talk up here. Why don't you see more pros with bullets and champions? Well, they don't have a lot of pro staffs, to be honest with you. All right, next bait. Check this guys out. So we're already up to almost $32, $33. This is my favorite popper right now. Not being a fanboy. But, dude, I've caught so many fish on this guy right here. The Splashback 70 in Black Magic. It's in this sack as well. Yeah, I love it when they put this stuff I've already used and know it's just great, great stuff. Dude, webcam is putting out some good-looking stuff right now. Look at that. Yes, sir. Very unique. Man, if you haven't tried the Splashback 70, you need to work it into your rotation. I like it enough. If it was tournament day, I would have one tied on. Will it replace a Rico? It's pretty good. The 70 walks so well. I love the real Rico, but dude, for the money, it is hard to beat the 70. I'm not a huge fan of the 90. I think the 90 sometimes is too buoyant. Dude, the 70 works so well, and that's a sweet color right there. Black Magic. That's in the 6 sack. And 2 other things for this month. They put you some wacky hooks in there. These are good. A lot of guys like these wacky hooks. And one of my favorite stick baits out there, the Clout 5.4 in that black and blue flake. Guys, dude, for the money. And plus you get this right here. So you also get a Halloween mask. So you can cut the eyes out on this and you've got a Halloween mask for October. Do not walk into a gas station with your Super 6 sack on your face. It will not work out good for you, I promise. But that is the sack this month. Wanted to show you guys that. And at the end of this video, we're going to draw for last month's sack. Whew. Don't forget my code BAITMAN anytime you order from the 6. And order from 6 cents. Use my code BAITMAN. Screenshot it and send it to Justin Royal. That's what I want you to do this week. Order from 6 cents. And if you do, use my code BAITMAN. Screenshot it and send it to Justin Royal on Instagram. Don't send it to me. Send it to Royal. So, anyway. Man, I'm hot now. I'm all fired up and hot. Let's get up. Who wants to get on TW? Let's look at some of these nice individual baits. Are they selling just the sack separately? No. There's a lot of people that would buy those, but we're going to get on TW and let's look at this stuff. Let's get on here and let's browse through the first look. Actually, let's do this giveaway. I better do this giveaway before I forget about it. As y'all know me, I forget. Which one is that? Alright. Let me load this giveaway up here. Whew, it is hotter than a $2 pistol up in the bait room, guys. I am just sweating my ass off. I will be taking a shower. Man, I'm going to tell you all a story. We got this guy I work with. I hope he ain't watching. But he is, we call him the Big Stink because he's a big dude and he just smells like a stink. I don't think, man, I always take a shower, and I can't imagine people come to work in the public for over $20 an hour and do not take a bath. Like, dude, this is one of the most easiest things you can do to keep people around you happy is take a bath. And this dude just does not. So his name is the Big Stink, and I'm feeling like the Big Stink right now. Sean Z, $25 make you holler. I appreciate it, Sean. Any donations I get, they're all great. You don't have to do that, man. Like I said, using my link for Tackle Warehouse, that's enough for me. But $25 make you holla. I will so appreciate it, Sean. I gotta get me a $25 bait, it seems. So, whew. All right, let's get this drawn over with. Let me see if I can swap the. That's right, Sean. And this dude's lost a lot of weight, man. To be honest with you, he's lost a lot of weight, and I'm proud for him. But you just can't be coming up to work in a factory and stinking it up, man. I gotta figure this thing out. Alright, here we go. Comment picker. I'm pulling her up, guys. Pulling her up. Pulling up the comment picker. Oop. Let's get a winner for last month's Super 6 sack. We'll try to do one of these every month. And shout out to my fantasy fishing winner, Bill. He contacted me, so I got to get his stuff done for him. So, alright, let's filter the duplicate users. Let's get them YouTube comments. Yes, I did enter the right. If you knew the video is correct, yes, I know it's correct. What the heck? Gosh, I love it when things don't work. Oh, there we go. Get the YouTube comments. We had 73 unique comments. Let's get that random winner. Kelly O'Neill, his favorite retro bait is the jitter bug. So I better take a picture of this real quick. That way, Kelly, if you're watching tonight, you won the Super 6 sack. Hit me up on Instagram or leave a comment on the video with your email address, and I'll get a hold of you. Hey, retro bait, jitterbug, that's a good bait. That is a great bait. Kelly, you up in the chat tonight? Favorite plastic for fall, man? It's going to be a soft jerk bait if I have my choice. I've always been, we got to get this window capture off here. So if it's in the fall and I'm throwing a soft plastic, it's going to be a swim bait or it's going to be a soft jerk bait. I used to love a super fluke in the fall, man. Justin Royal can tell you, dude, that lavender shad smoke, that was the deal. But now that we've got the 6 cents flush, I really like the flush. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm going to throw it over a fluke. I like the profile just a little bit better. The one thing I will say, and this isn't, this ain't a negative. I feel like if you want a top water like fluke, the zoom one stays on top of the water a little bit better if you go with a lighter hook and some monofilament. If you want a bait that works below the surface and darts and it's going to have an awesome flutter action on the fall, I'm going with the flush. But if I want that 2-inch, that very top water column, I'm probably going to go with the fluke. Both baits extremely good. I like that new Jackal Bounty Fish too, man. I think that's going to be a killer as well. So just keeping it real with you. That's why, I tell people, hey, it's cool to have your favorites. Dude, 6 is like my favorite stuff right now in the game. But you got to have options. There's going to be days when they just won't bite the flush, but maybe they bite another soft jerk bait. Could be the profile. Doesn't mean the bait's bad. Sometimes bass are really choosy and really picky, All right, so let's get on Tackle Warehouse real quick. We're going to blast through here with ICast stuff just a little bit. We're going to have some fun. I like it when I go to grab this and it grabs something else. All right, lock that in. All right, we're going to go to ICast, guys. I'm going to make my box smaller. I'm going to shrink myself. Y'all ready for this? Oh, look at here. I'm shrinking myself. Heck yeah. Gotta put myself up here. Did all that on the fly. Let's see, which side do I need to go on? Let's see, which side do I need to go on? Left or right? I'm just freaking stupid. See if I need to go on the left or the right. Should I go up to the top? I'll keep myself in the bottom right for right now. I think that looks good. What do you guys think? Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Dick. All right, so let's get on Tackle Warehouse real quick. I've got to get me something to drink. All right. So if you go to the Tackle Warehouse website, and the first thing it says, ICast 2021 new summer releases. So let's click that. I'm not going to watch the video. I'm not going to do casting reels or spinning reels or any of that. Let's just go straight up into the baits. All right. I got to get me a little dirty deed right here. Let's go straight into the baits. We have all seen the 13 Fishing Jabberjaw, but here's a bait that didn't get a lot of coverage at ICast, and that is the Bill Lewis MR12 crankbait. I like the MR6. It's a really good bait. It's basically an injected version of like a DT6. Now it's available in the MR12. However, it's going to be February 4th till they're available at Tackle Warehouse. Y'all, check out right there. Look at that lavender shad. Check out that lavender shad. How good is that lavender shad show? Go on the same side of the words, not the picture, okay? Sean, so should I go over here? Should I go over here? I can shrink my box a little bit. You tell me, Sean. Is that better for you? No, unfortunately, I'm a welfare bear guy, Chris. I like the Grizz Wintergreen. I used to dip like a can a day, and then I quit for like 6 months. And unfortunately, I fell back in the habit at work, but it's kind of like a can every 3 days. Usually, I really only dip late at night. So, yes, Bobby Bunner will get in it. So that's the MR12. Everyone says put me on top. Okay, so if you want to be on top. My wife likes it on top. Anyway, it's all good. I can go wherever I want. I like being down in the corner because I feel like I can, if I point this way, I can say, hey, look at the bait right here. Look at the bait. Look at that color. Look how sweet that is. All right. But drink more dew, less dip. That's right. I really wish guys, I'd like to see Mountain Dew work with me. I've seen all these guys on YouTube and whatnot, like, oh, we're working with Mountain Dew or I'm collaborating. I'm like, yo, I'm the one that drinks more of that shit on live stream than anybody. Anyway. All right, so MR12, I'm going to give that, I like it's an original bait. They got some good colors. Sneaky shad. I've got that in the MR6 that catches them. Didn't get a lot of hype. Let's see what else we got. We got Cliff Pace Headhunter Square Bill from Black Label. It's going to be available pretty soon, August 29th. Look how good this color looks, man. The oxbow. That right there, that's a great looking color. It says a larger profile, so you're going to get a little bit bigger, 2.5 inches, ½ ounce. Yes, Cliff Pace makes some amazing crankbaits. Again, didn't get the ICast hype, probably because it's not a KO. You get a lot of this same body style in the balsa world. I'll just be honest with you guys, but Cliff makes a great bait. Let's see here. What else should we go? So I'm gonna be honest. I got into it with the old owner of Cast Steak Baits on Facebook the other day, Rick Quaid, just a straight up dildo. The new owners are great people. Not a fan of all their baits, but this is something they're trying to do, but it kind of looks like, I don't know. This looks like a flat 55 to me. It looks like a flat 55. I'd have to see it. It's definitely got some old Lucky Craft color stuff. I do like this bone, but they've really changed up this side design. Pretty sure that's a Guggen flat banger / 6-inch flat 55. At least they've tried to be a little bit different with the colors. The owners of Castec are really nice, but come on, man, let's get some new stuff going on. These baits right here are definitely flying under the radar, man. Yo-Zuri makes some good stuff. This is the hardcore bullet crank. This goes down to 20 to 27 feet. Yes. And you know what they got? Look at that. Yellow, purple back chartreuse. It's a really good one, too. Really excited for this. My boy Clint Davis, my buddy Clint, said, hey, man, you need to try that sucker. It's 4 inches, 2 ounces. It goes 20 to 27 feet. I love their citrus shad color. It looks really, really, really good. And this is the dual hardcore 7+ crank. Flow on the radar, ICast. One thing about Yo-Zuri, they do their own thing. They don't copy nobody. They got their own designs, man. And they got a little 2+. It's not really a square bill. It's kind of like a combat crank, the shallow one. Man, some really good colors. They love the purple back chartreuse too. I'm all about that. This is the dual hardcore lipless vibe. $15. 75 millimeters. They got some really good colors, man. They're crawfish. This red crawfish color. It's really, really good. I like that. My favorite fishing graph, man, I'm a Lowrance guy. Really like Lowrance stuff. Now, as far as Panoptics, if I was going to go a live scope Panoptics deal, I'm definitely going to go with Garmin. I think Garmin's the best on the market right now. I haven't messed with Active Target that much. This is a sweet color right here. This metallic Ghost IU. A little chrome with some copper in it. Man, this one's good too. This Ghost Pearl Shad. I like So I like this photo for a couple reasons other than the color. One thing about this is you can kind of see on the bait up here. If you look, notice the rattle chambers, how those BBs are in the chamber. It's really cool how you can see that on this bait. Notice there's individual slots for those BBs, and they all go vertically. That's pretty cool. A lot of it's just lipless baits is like a cavity, and they're all next to each other. I like how that's in those individual slots. It's definitely going to make some different noise. You're not going to see a lot of that stuff. So, Sean, thoughts on the Zuma Z-Boss? This guy right here, great crankbait. This one's my favorite size. This is the Z-Boss 22. These things do not pull hard at all. They're a great crankbait, Sean. I don't like the Z-Boss 20s. 22 and 24 are my absolute favorite. Dude, the old Yozuri vibes or old Rattling vibes are the Shiznit. This is a cool bait. This is an ICast release. This is from a company I've never heard of. It's called the Engaged by a Band of Anglers. This is the MR crankbait, and that's a really weird lip. It looks different. It almost has like the body of like a Movement 50X, but it's got this crazy looking lip. I kind of like the colors. It's different. It's definitely different. It's got that banana-like shape to it. Let's see if there's anything on here. It says an ultra thin anchored bill which gives anglers superior action of a thin bill crankbait but with unmatched durability that won't break when fishing over hard structure like rocks and logs. Design features the best aperture thing. It kind of looks different. That's definitely something I'd like to try. So I'm going to give this company props for trying to do something a little bit different. See when those will be in stock. July 19th. So they should be in stock now. A little running behind. All right. One of my favorite baits from ICast this year. Not a new bait. It's the Jackal Bling 55. They've only got 2 colors up. They're bringing back some older colors as well. Crawfish is an old color. SG Threadfin is an old color. They got new colors coming. Guys, if you've never thrown a Bling 55, it is a sweet flat-sided crankbait. Good price, $15. It's one of those baits that Jackal discontinued that I'm like, man, why'd y'all do that? And it's got a little BB knocker in there. And man, that Bling 55, it has that little loose knocking sound. It's got a micarta circuit board lip, and this thing deflects off cover really, really well. It casts pretty decent. I always put new hooks on it. I put the Owner ST35 short shanks on them. That's a really, really good one. So, has Mark been fishing this SK Chick Magnet? I'll get into that in just a minute, Shady Banks. I actually have thrown that bait quite a bit. Alright, if you like the shower blows, you need to try the shower blow soft shell. I've got one, man. It is a sweet walking frog, man. I would definitely recommend the shower blow soft shell for guys that want a walking frog, especially open water frog, man. It's really, really nice. So good call on that one. So yeah, Bling 55's coming. For those guys asking, I think Philip is about done working on the flat 55X from 6 cents. Hopefully we can see that this fall or release right before the spring next year. I'm so excited for that project. I know it's been a while in the works, but there's, how things work in the industry for the most part. Stuff that you see in July was 2 years in the making. So Ben's swim bait from 6 cents, that's been in works for like 3 years and just now coming to market. Trying to get everything right. Dude, I love that Tennessee Shad Bling 55, man. That was a really good one. All right, Jonah, I'm trying to catch up. Favorite spinnerbait colors for fall: white and like anything that's like a blue glimmer. And then, I'll throw the Baitman special all year round in some dirtier water. Let's see what else we got. Let's look for some new stuff like Lucky Craft 2.0, Livingston. That doesn't, get me going. Lunker Hunt, I'm sure that's a copy of something else. Whoop, Barking Spider. We've seen the Tiny 4, definitely going to throw it. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this bait? I saw this today. It's coming. It says, I like how it says expected to arrive in summer, and now we got December 31st. I don't know about this. This is kind of like a shad wrap, and then someone put a plopper tail on it. What's y'all's thoughts on this spro bait here? JP, yes, it's the exact bait, same mold, same material, everything. They basically reintroduced it back. So many people come back in here, or come back to Jackal, and like, man, I cannot believe y'all discontinue that. That's it. So, all right, let's find that Strike King here. All right, let's look at the chick magnet. So a little bit about this bait. Number one, I love this baby carp color. This color right here, this blue rock craw, it's kind of your traditional crawfish color, like that red, and it's got that purplish back. Don't know what happened, but I'm back. So thanks guys for holding out. Really like this blue rock craw from Strike King and the Chick Magnet. So a little bit about this bait. I think you guys know, I got a relationship with a good Strike King pro, and he showed me these prototypes about this time last year. Actually, it was more close to the fall. Now, I didn't say nothing to anybody, and it wasn't right. That doesn't mean it was a bad bait. It was still in the design phase. And so shout out to Andy Morgan and Crispin Pally over at Strike King. I actually think this is a really good bait. They got out of their wheelhouse just a little bit, and they tried to kind of replicate that East Tennessee balsa crankbait. It does look similar to a Rapala Ott's Garage, but look, Ott Defoe, Andy Morgan, they're from the same area, and it's kind of crazy how two guys that have extreme knowledge of that old balsa regime, and they come up with a very similar bait. This one looks a lot different than the prototypes. But I know Andy spent a lot of time on this bait. Man, this color, Chartreuse Copper, yeah, that's kind of like an old school Rapala Crawdad. Really like that. So I'm pretty excited about the Chick Magnet. I'm going to buy any flat side crankbait, period. I will say this, the hooks that have come on this one are probably better than the Rapala. I'm not a big fan of the hooks that come on the Ott's Garage crankbait. They're just a little bit heavy wire to me. I'm going to swap them out to like a ST36 or something else, owner, or even a light wire bronze Gamakatsu. I like just a little bit lighter wire on my flat sides, but some great new colors. Of course, they got a fire crawl. They've already got one red, but we got to get that. The baby carp, man, that's a killer color. Baby carp red eye shad's really good. Very similar to like Brown Eye Special. Root beer, I like this root beer better than I like the Rapala root beer. Just being 100 with y'all, this is more like that old Rattle Trap root beer. And they got a new Sexy Shad 2.0. Looks really, really good. You can't tell in the pictures, but this yellow line's really reflective. And then the spring crawl looks good. And this is Tip Special, which, if you guys know, there's a Strike King color called Pineapple Smash. And it's very similar to that Markman in this color. But that color is amazing in a red eye shad and a square bill. Very similar to this guy right here, really, if you want to think about it. Very similar to this Flat A color. Y'all can see that. See some similarities. So, yeah, I like the Chick Magnet. That used to be my name in high school. The Baxter, the Chick Magnet. Obviously a terrible joke. So, I like that. I like the new colors. They got a new guy designed. Tomato soup looks really good too, by the way. So, I'm going to say this bait out of 5 5 jaints. This would be a 4 out of 5 jainer right here. Little under a half an ounce, 3 to 5. I'm glad they got that bait right, because the first ones were definitely a work in progress. So, all right. So here's some shit that pisses me off. The UV Ateo Premium Square Bait from Tight Lines. Tight Lines UV Ateo Premium Square Bill. How does it's here's the description, okay? It's setting itself apart from the rest of the school of crankbaits. No, it's not. This thing right here is a straight up Megabass S-Crank knockoff. There's nothing that sets this bait apart from other square bills. It is a Megabass S-Crank with UV paint on it. The paint jobs, I mean, they're not bad. I mean, they are in stock, at least. Table Rock, that might be the worst rendition of Table Rock shad I have ever seen in my life. That is absolutely horrible. And then I'm going to feel bad if someone was like, oh, well, their kid designed that. Well, you know what? Baitman Jr. knows what Jake Juice looks like, and I promise he can design a Chartreuse Purple Table Rock. So here's I'm going to get on a little bit of a rant here. That's hilarious, Philip. Yeah, they're probably going to stay in stock. What's up, Philip? Philip, my main man, the designer over there at 6 cents. He's going to get that flat 55 ready for y'all, ain't you, Philip? If I have to come over there and strap you to your chair and there. But, so here's my rant about UV. Alright, so if this UV is designed to make your baits like glow in the waters, and they say bass seeing UV and not color, I don't believe that. Number one, they may, you know, I've heard in grass it's the deal, but okay, so everything glows like purple or white or something that's in UV. Why the hell do you have all these crazy colors? If you're going to throw this color or a red, but in the water it's going to glow white, why don't you just have a white bait? You're kind of counteracting your point of UV. Like, hey, we're going to put this UV coating so the bass can see in UV and it glows, but we're going to offer it in a bunch of different colors, and you need to buy this because this one works better than the other. If they all glow the same, what you know, I'm really confused. Really confused. Yes, man. Shady Banks, their R&D is replicate and duplicate. Yeah, buddy. I hate to get on those tangents, and I'm not trying to badmouth the company. I'm trying to say, here's how you can improve your company. Come up with something original, and people will buy it just because it's original and unique. It doesn't mean it has to be the greatest of all time, but yeah, I'm not going to buy S-Crank knockoff. I can go to Facebook and buy from some, you know, Bob's Custom knockoff blanks and get those. Team Arc square bills. I don't know what the deal with Team Arc is. I don't know if that's the same people who make Arc rods or whatnot. Not a big fan of their stuff. Everything looks kind of knockoff-ish. I mean, this thing kind of looks cool. Why are these baits so mad? Does it not look like this bait's really pissed off? Going to be October. I will say this. They went with the really unique shape of this thing. It's kind of like somebody took an Aruku shad and scaled it up. It's got this like half moon yin yang. It looks like a dang yin yang. But it looks really pissed off. This lipless bait is so mad. I would really like this to be called the Team Arc You Mad Bro Lipless. Some decent colors. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Team Arc stuff. It just looks really cheap to me. Maybe the best baits ever made. I do like Arc rods though. So Bagley's got a lot of new stuff. New colors. I really like this in the B flat. The blue olive shad. Does this not look like that Ozark shad that Bill Dance thing was made really, really well? Go Brazil. Somebody's watching the Olympics. All right, let's. I'm gonna slow down and read some of this. It was definitely some of them, and they put evergreen name on the corner. Best tackle boxes I'd buy, dude. I love the Bass Mafia stuff. Just the simple, clear ones are my favorite. If you can't tell, I like the Bass Mafia stuff. These double-decker Plano boxes are really good too. I doubt it. It looks like a Spro KO crisp, but it's actually kind of different. But I like this blue olive shad from Bagley. Definitely want to try out more Bagley stuff. They got some new colors. That bone white's pretty sweet. Got a little powder blue chartreuse like that. Nothing crazy. They got a purple sexy shad. It's okay. The root beer looks really good. I like that. Root beer is a great balsa color for some reason. So definitely like seeing Bagley try to step their game up. Let's see here what we got. We got some new colors in the SB57. This is basically the OSP Blitz SR. I actually like this crankbait pretty well. It is kind of okay, but I like the transparent lavender shad. They're going to be good for the fall. And I like that they went with the green Gizzard Shad as well. Let's see. I'm trying to see just brand new stuff that's been overlooked. You got some new colors in the Black Label Wreck. Love Black Label baits. The Wreck is an amazing bait. The Depths Evoke Square Bill. I've never thrown one. It's not new. It's new to TW. Man, look at all this hardcore stuff. I'm trying to see anything new in here. PH Customs. There's your new Otts Garage colors right there. You got, I like this color. It's a little bit different. This brim color. Got a little blue and green. Got that brown back. Chartreuse sides. I like that one. Coosa Special. Another play off, you know, the Pineapple Smash. You know, taco salad, bandit, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a really good smallmouth color. Copper green shad. I think y'all know where copper green shad came from. Dang, 135 guys. Thank you guys for streaming with me tonight, especially on this new live stream. It went out and it went back, so. Yeah, man, Depths is definitely slept on. My favorite thing from ICast, man, I'm probably going to say the Jackal Bounty Fish. And then we got some other just new colors in here. I don't see anything crazy. The Wamuku Shad, I can't pronounce it. It's actually a pretty cool bait, man. If you guys haven't thrown the Wamuku Shad, or however you pronounce it, Wamuku, they make some. It's a really good bait. It's extremely loud, and it runs really good. I like this melon crawl color, big time. Let's see. Let's pull this thing up. Yeah, dude. If you like that spring crawl, Little John, there's your kind of a spring crawl color lipless. This is a good bait. Definitely slot is under the radar. They got some older colors definitely in stock. But the new colors, man, this is kind of different. Electric red crawl. There's a good real perch. That looks pretty good. Again, it's angry. It's pissed off. We got another pissed off lipless crankbait in here. Spro rock crawlers got some new colors. Definitely like the new colors. I don't think there's anything I can say about a rock crawler because they're great baits. Let's see here. Mostly just new colors. So while I got it up here, let's check out these new Swimbaits. Let's check out the new Swimbaits here. Now, here's their first dark sleeper knockoff from Catch Company. This one's been out for a while. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a freaking monster. It looks like something I would see in the Marvel universe. Maybe even The Simpsons, where the fish are really toxic. You remember that three-eyed fish in The Simpsons? That's what that thing looks like. Please show a telescopic spinning rod. Get the MF or travel rod, man. I don't have a lot of telescopic stuff, man, or know about them. So I like the MF or travel rod. So moderator, need a moderator over here. The new fish arrow poop is the new wave. Right. Need a moderator over here. Guess I'm gonna have to do it. How do I do it? I need some mutation. Fish would be scared of that thing. So anyway, yeah. So that's your first knockoff of the dark sleeper. That's the ugliest one. Here's our other dark sleeper knockoff. The Agent E. I don't think I can say anything that hasn't been discussed. At least they made a black and blue one, so I guess that's cool. The HD Gizzard Shad. Gonna be honest with y'all, that really don't look like a Gizzard Shad. I guess the Goby one's kind of cool, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I got a future video of best knockoffs. Got them alien eyes. You know, a lot of innovation here. They clipped the fin off and put a piece of fluorocarbon line around there. Okay, thanks, Edwin. Where's that other one? Savage Gear. So let's see, we got 3 KOs of the Dark Sleeper. I guess the Savage Gear Dark Sleeper's not on here, which is good. So I actually like most of Savage Gear stuff. The one thing they did do is they did do like the pulse tails. These are really good swim baits, but now you can get this one right here in a 3-inch version, which I think is going to be killer for you pond guys. But they also did a new color. Look at this crappie. I love that little crappie. So that part, Savage Gear, I think they did right. I like the tilapia color. Yep. So they made some smaller ones. But guys, I skipped over the best right here. This is the 6th Sense Sweep Swim Bait. A lot of guys have been asking about this. Got to test them out at OH Ivy this year. This thing is the deal. Let's just pull these things up. 4K Bluegill. Oh my gosh. And while Philip's on here, Philip, why don't you talk about this bait a little bit? Type something in here. Jonah asking questions like crazy, man. Favorite bait you want but ain't bought? Probably a HPH Glide. I really want one. But, dude, I really like this bait from 6th Sense. This is the Sweep. And it's made around a belly hook. I don't have one here. I left mine in Captain Ron's boat, and they're so good, I think he kept them. But you rig it up with the Owner Beast hook or 6th Sense kill weight. I think it was designed either for 6 or 7/0 hook. And there's a little belly slot down here, and it fits perfect. There's a slot up here between the fin and the top. Really good colors, man. It's so hard to get those colors on a plastic bait, and they did it. People are like, oh, this is the 13 fishing combo. Well, I've got a 13 fishing bait up here. So this is the Coalition Shad from 13 Fishing. So let's do a little comparison. I don't think really they look similar at all. The tail's definitely different. This is a straight up, gizzard. That's more of a stock shad. This is a cool bait. The only thing I'll say, after a while, this thing got really sticky. All right, Philip says, subtle action, good for cold water. Works with a 7 to 8/0 hook, but he's made some stinger harnesses as well. So, hey, no problem, Jonah. I'm glad you interact in the chat, man. I try to answer as many questions as I can. Yeah, Matthew, it's kind of like a weedless burrito. Yeah, that's a good combination. I got some burritos in the mail. Oh, where are they at? I don't know what I done with them, but I got 2 new burritos somewhere. Got some new burrito baits in the package from Mike Buka. I don't know what I done with them. They were sitting up here. Hopefully I didn't lose them. Those were expensive. 4K shad, baby sunfish. I like that one. I actually really like blueback herring. This one's my favorite so far. Don't have blueback herring in my lake. Don't really care. But I just feel that I feel that is a really just all around good one. You're right, Sean. Heat that sucker up with the torch. Just like Byron said, it goes away. That was one of the best tips I've seen. If your swim baits get sticky, heat it up with the torch. That works on a lot of different baits. Blueback herring looks really good. Bluegill. Look at that little purple details in the line. 6th Sense really stepped up their game on this swim bait right here. I know the clowns of the universe and wherever are probably going to say, oh, it's just a cheap, it's a mass market bait. So what? That sumbitch looks good. We got a bone pearl, because, hey, you got to have a little bone in your life. Cajun Bluegill. I like that they didn't just do shad colors. And I'm a shad color guy, but I'm glad there's a lot of different bluegill colors in here for your northern fishermen, your pond guys, places where bluegill are real prevalent. We got a gillikin. I like this one. I really like the gillikin. Gold reactor. My golden shiner guys, my Florida guys. That's going to be deadly for you. Lavender citrus. You know I'll be buying that. It ain't quite Jane juice, but man, I like that that's got a little bit of chartreuse bone in it. Alright, there's your golden shiner. Guys, that looks freaking amazing right there. Shady Banks, they're not available. Tackle Warehouse says it's going to be October 1st. I would be subscribed to the 6th Sense newsletter. Follow me. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. As soon as these things get ready to drop, man, I'll make a post. Sexified Chartreuse Shad. Shad Burst got a little chrome in there. Haven't seen a lot of chrome looking on a soft plastic, so that's cool. Shad Sense looks really good as well. Y'all gotta see this one if it'll load up. Wild Shad, that looks good. 5.5 inches, so it's a couple of photos aren't loading up, but 5.5 inches, weighs 1.2 ounce. I can't remember if they're going to come in 1 or 2 packs, but they're very durable. Very durable. Alright, here's the trace. So this is going to be $35. You guys have seen this on my channel before. Baitworks in Springfield, Missouri sponsored the Baitman show. Shout out to Drew. I wonder how far, Jonah. I'm going up to I-55 in Peevely, Missouri, in 2 weeks. I wonder how far Baitworks is from there. I'd love to know. Philip, you did an amazing job, man. So I'm gonna give you a golf club. All right, 2-pack for $12.99. I think that's a really good deal. It's a really good deal on that. So I've been saving up some 6th Sense credits because I'm telling you, when this stuff comes, I'm about to drop. We're going to have heaters dropping everywhere, as Jay Royal says. And speaking of Royal, man, he's been smashing on this thing. But this is the Trace. Man, that bluegill looks good. 4K Gizzard, looking really good. Here's the one I have. I have 4K Shad. Yeah, it's good. Baby Sunfish. I like that the tails are going to match the paint on here. Bluegilla. Got to have bone, man. It's hard to beat bone. Cajun Gill. Chrome Threadfin. Yeah. Looky here. Fire Perch. Why not? Why not? Y'all know I'll get me a lavender citrus one. The live shiner, man, I think that color looks really, really good. Look at Shad Sense. Oh my gosh. That Shad Sense right there looks amazing. That is definitely some heat from the 6. But Philip says we should be dropping Casey's custom painted colors on the site soon. Man, Casey is so busy, but man, he still paints some heat, man. Those special ones he made for me for Christmas are hot. I'd love to bring him that Tokyo Craw into the mix. That was just amazing. Casey told me the paint for that was like $300 for an ounce or something. But yeah, man, this trace is actually going to be available very soon. Tackle Warehouse is October 1st. Look for the first run of the trace and all this stuff on the 6 Cent site first. And you can use my code Baitman. That'll get you 10% off. So you'll save $3 on that bait right there. Where's the new glide? Where's the new glide? This is in Swimbaits. I wonder if they took the glide off. Let's see if I can find the glide bait. They may have taken it off. Yeah, they did. So if y'all missed out, they definitely had the 6 Cents, the new glide on the site. But man, you guys can watch my social media. You watch Justin Royals, Millikins. We will let you know as soon as these things are available to go grab them. I'm really excited. I haven't got the glide or a few other things, but I'm waiting patiently over here. I'm excited for it. Maybe Philip can sneak me one out. And Philip, I was going through my phone photos. I have a prototype photo of the 6 Cents glide. I'm not going to show it up here. Dude, I remember when Philip had just printed one. He's like, what do you think? And it looked really good. And I've seen painted ones. And he worked his butt off on that glide to get it right. And I think it's going to be a great entry-level glide. It's also going to be a great glide for people that are old school OG swim baiters. It's going to be kind of like that S-Waver deal. It's not going to be super expensive, but it's not going to be cheap. But it's not a cheap bait, you know what I mean? It's just a great overall glide. So yeah, the blue 3D print, and I got one that's just straight bone. But they had it on there, and it's gone. So maybe they were like, oops, we weren't supposed to put that up there. Oh, let's see. So here's the Berkeley Gilly. I know there's a lot of controversy on this bait, and I said it last time. I'm not too... This one doesn't bother me as bad as like the dark sleeper KO. And here's the reason. I had never heard of the ISC Gill or whatever it is from Japan. And I am pretty strong on my baits, I would assume. And maybe it just didn't have a lot of hype in Japan or anything like that. But it's also, you got to go through Japanese websites to order it and all kinds of stuff like that. So here I am thinking, yes, it's a knockoff. But in Berkeley's defense, it's not available in the U.S. and it's hard to get. They kind of made it easier for the U.S. market. Definitely wasn't original. Do I think it was the best soft bait of ICast? Probably not. But a lot of hype. I'll definitely buy a couple to try them out. Let's see what else we got here. Bait Sanity Explorer Gill Glide. So this is a really cool looking bait. Bait Sanity makes awesome stuff. I like how they went with their own style. Kind of looks like a Hiroshima gill, but still looking good there. Yes, Brian, looks like the Aussie Gill Flat. Problem is, I'd never heard of that bait. It's amazing how many people have heard of that bait, that I never seen post about it ever until Berkeley put that up there. So I feel like a lot of it is people just trying to. All right, so here's the Jinko Groovy Glide. This may be the only Jinko bait I've ever seen that wasn't really a KO of anything. So I'm going to give you some props, Jinko. They made this bait out of hemp. So if it don't work, you can crush it up and smoke it. Actually, you can't smoke hemp. It would be like smoking hay, nothing going on. But they didn't do a bad job. But the more I got to look at this, it looks like a Gizzard. It's got the big Gizzard eye. It's got that Gizzard style tail. I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But I got a Gizzard right here. If I can get it on. No, I got baits everywhere. I can't get it off. But props to Jinko. At least they did something different there. All right, here's the Savage Gear Dark Sleeper Swim Bait. They call it the Structure Gill. You tell me. You tell me. Is this a dark sleeper? All right, Jonah, hold up, bud. I'll answer a question. I agree, Matt. I agree. You know, it was definitely a smaller JDM company. Some people knew about them. And it does suck when people take a design, especially from a smaller company. The one good thing is it gave us, that company, I can't pronounce it. I'm going to say IC, SA. It gave a lot of people now have an awareness of that company, and they'll sell some stuff because of it. But yeah, lots of innovations here from Savage Gear. Does have a different style tail. Got some cool colors. Again, we're trying to get the dark sleeper category. I don't think you'll see a dark sleeper from 6 Cents. I saw this. I'm going to be really honest. So I'm going to critique a bait right here. This is kind of going to be a saltwater deal for me, but man, that hook goes so far back. I don't know why companies are putting these pre-rigged swim baits with giant hooks way in the back. I feel like that's almost in the tail. I would like to see the hook in the middle of the bait. That's just me. I think that takes away a lot of the head movement action out of a swim bait. Just me. Got some new colors in the Powerbait Champ. We've got another Kitech knockoff, the Triple BBB Pro Swimmer. Skinny Dipper KO, Bruiser Baits. Ooh, here's the exclusive Butch Brown color. God, how good is this thing right here? This is Butch Brown American Shad. How much does it cost to get ICast Best in Show? You gotta spend the money. My problem with ICast Best in Show, it's a popularity contest, not who's the best in show. I think the public should vote. I think they should put a poll up online because I think a lot of people will be really upset. Where's that Butch Brown TW deal? Man, this is Depths 250. There's so much stuff going on here. Here it is. This is the new Butch Brown exclusive color. This is Butch Brown TW Mirror Trout. So, I don't think they can knock off the mag draft because there's a patent on it. It's interesting. I did see the crawl version of the Dark Sleeper. Somebody let me know that bait's been available in Japan for a couple years now. It looks cool. I never have really good luck with ultra realistic crawfish baits. G-Rat baits. Here's the Wild Willie topwater. I like G-Rat stuff. These are in stock right now on Tackle Warehouse. Ooh, Kokanee looks good. Gizzard Shad looks good. Those are on stock on Tackle Warehouse right now. Use my link. Go grab you one. All you got to do is click that link. It says shop at TW. Boom, it locks you into my affiliate. And you can shop. Don't have to punch no code or nothing. Savage Gear, we got some new color Rage Swimmers. We got a swim bait with a skirt on it from Top Lines UV. That's another gimmick. Why don't you just use a swim jig? Anyway, True Bass got a new size 4-inch swim bait. Yeah. I just ain't got time to go through everything here tonight. I really should get Debo's Fishing on here and do a rate the baits. But I'm almost done talking about ICast. It's over now. Why is everyone making it such a big deal over the Dark Slipper? Wasn't a knockoff bait. No, the Dark Slipper wasn't a knockoff bait. I think that was actually kind of an original deal from Megabass. Now, it is a pre-rigged swim bait. There's all kinds of pre-rigged swim baits out there, but I don't feel it was a knockoff. That's one thing I'll give Megabass. They really kind of do their own thing. They don't really knock off many people. But anyway, we've been streaming for probably almost 2 hours. It's been a while. So anyways, I got to make a thumbnail and all that crazy stuff. But sorry, just got some good news. What's it, Dick? You got good news? Did you find a new bait? Did you convince your brother not to knock off baits anymore? That would be the best news we've got on the stream in a long time. I am going to do a stream with Boyd's brother pretty soon. Me and Dick Duckett. We're going to discuss. We're going to discuss the Bassmaster Elite Series year in review with Boyd's brother. If you guys would like to see that, let me know. So, anyway, people have been using baits identical to it on Kentucky Lake. Man, I don't know what bait you're talking about, Tim. I know most of the Kentucky Lake baits. I guess maybe the Wild Eye Bluegill or something like that, but it's really different. Dark Slipper's really different, but you know, that's okay. I can use about 99% of what I got. Doesn't work on Kentucky Lake anymore. It's pretty crazy. I've got all these deep divers and stuff like that. Man, I can't catch a deep crankbait fish to save my life. But anyway, we're going to jump off here. I'm sorry I was late tonight. Link to the merch is in the bio. Let me know what was your favorite bait from ICast after the video goes up. I'll pin my comment so you guys know. I'm going to let you guys know I don't work Thursday night, so be prepared for a stream on Thursday. I don't know what we'll talk about. You guys let me know what you want to talk about Thursday night. Maybe I'll see if I can get Eric in here or something. But anyway, we'll stream Thursday night and then try to stream Saturday night. But the first week in August, I'll be out of pocket. I'll be at I-55 Raceway in Peevely, Missouri. So if you live around Peevely, that area, let me know some tackle shops I'd like to stop by. So that's correct, YouTube. It was not. The Dark Sleeper has been out for about 5 years now, but it's really gained a lot of popularity. And I'll be honest, I haven't caught many fish on it. I very rarely catch them using it as a swim bait. I catch them more as hopping it like a jig. So, but anyway, whew, crazy. I'm going to make a thumbnail and do all my YouTube stuff. Again, use my link at Tackle Warehouse for stuff in stock. All this stuff will be coming in the fall. Use my code Baitman when you order from 6 cents. They got some new stuff dropping. Screenshot it. Tag me. Tag Justin Roll on Instagram. All right, guys. Thank you so much.